Many people believe that under the new rules there are no changes to the cash flow statement, and for the most part they're correct for operating leases. But there's one small change for finance leases, so it mainly affects companies that are adhering to IFRS. It's not a big change, but I think it's worth mentioning. A cash flow statement is typically broken down into three categories: operations, investing, and financing. As you'll recall, under IFRS, all leases longer than 12 months that were previously classified as operating will become finance leases, which means the cash payment is no longer just for operations. It also has an interest component. That means the allocation of that payment is slightly different on the cash flow statement. Part of it is recorded under operations and part of it under finance. On the right, you can see an example of a cash flow statement with numbers from our hypothetical lease. The first section is cash flow from operations, and you can see here the line item for base rent. The change is that the base rent number is now a bit smaller, as some of the payment has moved to the finance section because of the interest expense, which you can see here. Let's jump to the cash flow statement for an operating lease. And you can see here that the rent expense is larger, and here that there's no interest expense. So there's no change at all in an operating lease, and for a finance lease, just the one change we just discussed.